Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon, dear students. So, in this lecture, we are going to start with the poetry section, that is 2.4. Have you earned your tomorrow? Now, before getting started directly with the poetry, first we'll start with the icebreakers. So, there are some of the icebreakers given before the poetry that you have to complete. So, the very first icebreaker that we have to do is the web diagram. Complete the web diagram. And what do you exactly have to do? Different ways to help others. Now, when we help someone, there is a particular way of helping. It can be about anything. It's not just about financial help or something very huge that you have to do for the person. Sometimes it's just a little thing that you have to do. So, or uh, you might have helped someone, or even right now, or like in future, even if you will be helping anyone. So what would be the ways? How would you like to help someone? Or like if you have already helped, so what were the ways? So that's what we are gonna see, that different ways of helping anyone. Now there are four web have been given. Now we have to complete it. The very first one, offer some form of support, at least moral support. Now, when it comes on helping, it can be anything, right? But it's not necessary that something very big only you have to do, then only it will be called as help. No, not at all. Sometimes your polite words can do the miracle. Just your some of the positive words can change someone's life into something else only, something very beautiful. Are you getting the point? You know what? Sometimes we get rude unnecessarily, use harsh words, but we don't know that what can be the consequences of those harsh or rough or rude words. We don't know that what exactly the other person is going through. Might be he or she is already suffering with something, but we don't know about that. So, the very small thing that we can do is to be polite with everyone, or like to be optimistic, to use some positive words. We don't know how it can change someone else's life. So it just takes to be, just take some few words of yours, a positive word that can change someone else, maybe into something very beautiful. So moral support is very important. Maybe your friend, is not feeling good. It can be about anything. It can be due to any reason. We cannot judge anything, but we can somehow understand that, yeah, might be my friend is not feeling good. It can be regarding anything. So we just need to be there with her and just need to speak few words, and morally we need to support that person, and it might change everything into very positive. Now, coming to the second one, call family, next of kin to give or ask for information. Now, next of kin means someone who is very close to you. It can be your blood relations or the closest friend of yours. It can be anyone. So you can call your family members or the next of kin to give or ask for any kind of information. That can also be a kind of help for you or for them. Call one's own friends if manpower is needed at the time. Like, see, you know what happens? Sometimes we need manpower to complete some of the task, right? Somewhere it's like we alone can do whatever it is. Like if I need to do something, it might be possible I can do it all alone, but it's not necessary that I'll do everything all alone. Sometimes I might need help, a need of manpower. Are you getting the point? So what will I do then? I might call someone, to come and help me. So, but certain times it also happens that I need help, but I won't call anyone because I don't feel like calling or asking for the help. So what we can do as an individual, what I can do, if my friend or my relatives needs my help or need the manpower, need any human's help, I should call by myself and ask them if they need manpower, if they need for help. So I can call them and ask for it, so that they can say yes or no, whatever it is. But they will feel like, yeah, he or she is asking on their own, so they can take the help. Then arrange for finances for immediate requirement. And sometimes it happens that our friend, our relatives, or anyone needs some help, kind of financial help. So sometimes we need to try to arrange that kind of help also, if it's very important. like you know it might be very urgent for the other person. So if we arranged the money immediately, so it can be a very huge or a big kind of a support from our side to the other person. So these are the four ways that how we can help anyone. Moving towards another activity, discuss with your partner about the different idioms, proverbs related to word tomorrow. One is done for you. Now you have to write or speak about the proverbs or idioms. That one is already done, but that should be based on tomorrow. Okay, never put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Now what does it mean? Something what can be done today, you should not delay those things or those stuff for tomorrow. If it can be done today, we have to do it on today only. We should not delay it for tomorrow, like, yeah, I can do it tomorrow, or I'll do it tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow, or some other day. Why? If it's possible that we can do it today itself, then why to delay and why to postpone the things for tomorrow? So that's what it means. Now, three are the empty ones that you have to complete on your own. So how we can complete? Tomorrow's better is one during today's practice. Now this is a Japanese proverb basically. Now, so as the proverb or the idiom we are talking about, so what does it mean? Tomorrow's battle is won during today's practice. Now, if you have something to achieve in your future tomorrow, so for that you have to do something today itself. Are you getting the point? We have to start working hard to get those things in future. If I have a dream, I have a goal, I have an aim to become a doctor, so I have to start my study accordingly. I have to start working hard so that I can be a very successful doctor. If I have an I if I have my aim to be like a teacher, so I have to work on it from today only. I have to start practicing on it so that I can win the battle which I have to fight tomorrow. Are you getting the point? So tomorrow's battle can be won today only. How? By practicing for those stuff. Now, today must not borrow from tomorrow. Now, what does it mean? Today must not borrow from tomorrow. Like, whatever the things that we have to do tomorrow, but we cannot borrow anything from tomorrow, as we all know, right? So that's what it means. We cannot borrow anything from tomorrow. Now, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, these are the 3 days of men. We have 3 days in our hands. One that is yesterday, one is today, and another one is tomorrow. Every single day is going to be some or the other day, it's going to be yesterday. And all the day we are living is going to be today. Are you getting the point? And the tomorrow will always be waiting for you. There are 3 days that a man have to deal with. That is yesterday, which have already passed, and today in which we are living, and the tomorrow that is waiting for you. Moving towards another one, when you make your future plans, you think of. Now, basically, when we make a plan of anything, of your future, so we need to plan accordingly. So how do we plan? if it's about career. So now how do we plan regarding that? So three of it you have to complete it. How we can do it? Like the higher studies, obviously, like if you are planning for your future, so the very first that comes about career, right? That what are we planning, which kind of a career we want for ourselves, what exactly we want to be, where do we want to reach in our future. That's what we all have to plan. Then the second will be higher studies. If we are thinking about our career, obviously we have to think about our higher studies. That matters a lot. Then we'll be planning about retirement plans, financial security. We will plan all of these, right? Then we will think about family life, that we will plan everything accordingly. Then goal in life to be accomplished, that what are the things that we have to accomplish, what we want to achieve, what we want to be, all the thing that we have to do in future. That's what we will plan, obviously. Now plan your tomorrow by completing the table given below. And that now there is a table that we have to complete. So one is already done for you. There are three columns. One is of examination, college function, function at your home. Now these are the three activities or the three events, for example, okay, of your life. Now, so if you have been asked to plan accordingly, so how will you plan? If it's your examination, so how will you plan for your examination? If it's your college function, so how will you plan for your college function? If it's the function at your home, so what would you like to do for that? So you have to plan that. So one is already done, the college function, preparing the list of duties. Obviously, if you're arranging for something like any kind of a function in school or college, so there will be many duties that we have to allot to certain other people, right? So the very first thing, we will be preparing for the duties, that what will be the duties for the event. Then if it is a function at your home, so cleaning the house. Obviously the very first thing, if you are arranging for any function or any event at your home, the very first thing comes in our mind to clean the house, right? So now let us complete all the blanks or all the whole table. So now talk about the examination. So when it comes about the examination, complete studying portion, clarify doubts, revision. Obviously, first we will complete our study, the whole portion, right? And then after completing the whole portion, if we have any doubt, so we'll go to the teacher and we'll clarify our whole doubt, like whatever it is all about. We might have not understood what this title means or this topic means, so we'll go and ask to explain it again, so that we can clear our doubts. So that's how we can prepare for the examination. And then last but not the least, revision, right? We, after completing the whole portion, what else will be left? To revise the whole syllabus and to do the revision. Now when it comes to the college function, preparing the list of duties as we previously discussed, delegate jobs. Now, like we have to allot the work to the different people, like what I need to do, what they need to do, everything. That's what. Confirm date time with resource people. Like now, the resource person who is going to be, so with that person we have to confirm their date, their availability. Understood? At what time will be they will be available, or they can come or something like that. So we have to confirm with the date and time with the resource person. Now function at your home. So if you are arranging for the function at your home, so what are the duties that we have to we have to allot or we have to plan for? Very first that we already discussed is cleaning the house, arrangement for sending invites. Now for example, if I have arranged like any of the celebration, like for example a birthday party, so the people whom I'm going to invite, I have to send an invitation to those people, right? Like it can be in any form, like if I'm sending a message or like sending a invitation card to the people. So first I'll have to send the invitation, and then preparation and service of food. So obviously I'll we have to prepare for the food what we are going to serve in the function, in the event. We have to plan all the thing accordingly. Then seating arrangements and other convenience for guest. Now how are we going to plan the seating arrangement for the guest and the thing for their own convenience regarding the guest? We have to plan everything on a very prior note, and then the whole function can be the successful one. Now, as we talk about the poetry, so before that, we'll talk about the introduction part. Now, the poetry, that is Have You Earned Your Tomorrow? It's written by Edgar Guest. Okay, now he was born in the year of 1881 and was dead in the year of 1959. Okay, was born in England and was brought to the United States when he was 10 years old. He began his writing career in 1895 at the age of 14. So basically, it's a detail about the poet that he was born in England and then he was brought to the United States, and then when he was just 10 years old, and then he began writing career in the year of 1895 at the age of 14. So means he started writing at a very young age, just the age of 14. Edgar Guest is known as people's poet for his simple style and optimistic tone of writing. Guest is an American writer of newspaper and magazines. Now, when we talk about the poet, he is a very, he is known as people's poet. Why? Because he write in a very simple and in a very simple style and optimistic, to hold the positive attitude, to be positive towards everything, so that's what. So he was a kind of a very optimistic poet, and he used to write very simple style so that everyone can understand easily, and used to inspire people through his writings. So he has been called as people's poet. Guest is an American writer of newspaper and magazines. This is an inspirational poem. In this poem, the speaker is asking the readers whether they have done anything to improve the life of other human being or not. Now, when we talk about the poetry, so this poetry is an inspirational poetry written by him. So in this poem, he is asking the readers that have you done anything to improve others' life? It's not about our own individual life, it's about the other person. So have you done anything by which you have improved someone else's life? It is up to you whether you will have a better future or not. So, we talk about if you do good, you will get better in return. If you do bad, you will get that kind of a thing only in return. We can't expect good in return of bad, right? That's the thing that we all know. And we will not expect anything bad if we have done something good. That's what we all know or we talk about, right? If I have done something good to someone, so I'll at least expect a positive response from the other person. Or if I have done bad, I cannot expect and I should not expect good thing from the other if I have done bad to the other person. Understood? So what he is saying here, it is up to you whether you will have a better future or not. So if we have done something to improve someone else's life, so our future is going to be good if we have done something for other people or to some improve their life. Therefore, one should consider one's actions and deeds carefully and plan accordingly for a better future. So one should we whatever our actions are, it's going to be reflected in our future. That's what it means. If we have done something good, we will get it in return, and in the future we are going to get the positive response from the other person, or maybe in some other way we will get it in return. Sooner or later, that doesn't matter, but we will get some other day, we will get the return of our good deeds. And that's what he is talking. Now let's talk about the poetry. Have you earned your tomorrow? Is anybody happier because you passed his way? Does anyone remember that you spoke to him today? This day is almost over and its toiling time is through. Is there anyone to utter now a kindly word of you? Now, the very first stanza of the poetry and the very first line, is anybody happier because you passed their way? Does anyone remember that you spoke to him today? Like some, is there anyone? When we have completed the whole day, now it's a time, night time, and now we are sitting somewhere, or we are about to sleep, or the day is about to end. Now, is there anyone who is happy just because of you? Because you passed their way. Some or the other way, you tried to help the person, maybe. Or, is there anyone happy that you have been with them? Or somehow you helped them, you passed their way. So, is there anyone at the end of the day who is happy because of you? Does anyone remember that you spoke to him today? We speak to a lot of people on a daily basis, right? But there might be certain people who will remember your every single word, that what did you speak to them. So we need to be, you know, very polite. We need to use good words so that it should not hurt the other person. So have you done that? Like, did you speak to someone that way, in a very beautiful way, or a polite way, or in an optimistic way, that at the end of the day they remember that what you spoke to them? Is there anyone who will remember that what you spoke to them today? And then this day is almost over and its toiling time is through. What toiling time means, the time which have been spent by doing some hard work, or a physical work. So the day is almost about to get over. Now the day have been very tiring. We have done a lot of work. Physically we are feeling very tired now. And is there anyone to utter now a kindly word of you? So, is there anyone at the end of the day who will utter the words, the kind words of yours? Like you spoke some of the words to certain people or to one person, whatever it is. So, is there anyone who will utter those words now at the end of the day by remembering that yes, you spoke these words to them? Now, coming to another stanza. Did you give a cheerful greeting to the friend who came along, or a churlish sort of howdy, and then vanish in the throng? Were you selfish, pure, and simple as you rushed along the way? Or is someone mighty grateful for a deed you did today? Now, the very first line, did you give a cheerful greeting to the friend who came along? Like, did you, give a cheerful greeting to your friends? We always meet our friends, but we should meet them in a very cheerful way, in a very happy way. We should not meet like them, with a sad face. If they are already happy, if they're already satisfied with their life, but you are coming up with a sad face, with the sad expressions, and showing like you have been suffering a lot, so it might give them some another sort of feelings, or they might start getting feeling or something, bad about it. So when we are meeting to someone, we should be like very cheerful in greeting the person. We should pass the positivity, the positive vibe we should give to the other people. So if your friend came along, so did you greet the person or the friend in a cheerful manner? That's what he's asking. Or a churlish sort of howdy. Howdy means what? Kind of informal greeting, or informal way of wishing the people. And then vanish in the throng. Throng means a crowd or a large, sometimes we greet the person, but and we greeted, or we spoke to them like in a cheerful way, then all of a sudden we get vanished in the whole crowd. It happens sometimes. And were you selfish, pure, and simple as you rushed along the way? So were you selfish when you greeted and then you vanished in the crowd? Like now, might be that person need you, but you got vanished from there. Now you're not there with the person. He or she might need you that time. So, were you selfish when you passed or when you rushed away just after greeting? When you were rushing, so were you selfish? Were you just thinking about yourself and not about the person that they might need you and then you rushed your way? Or is someone mighty, grateful for a deed you did today? Or is there anyone who is feeling grateful because of the deed that you have done to them? Are you getting the point? Were you selfish or have you done something for someone? So, due to that, maybe there is a person who is feeling good about it and they might feel like, grateful that yes, you did some sort of help to them and you passed their way or you made them somehow or some other way happy. So, at the end, is there anyone who is grateful to you at the end of the day? Now, coming towards the third stanza. Can you say tonight, in parting with the days that's slipping fast, that you helped a single brother of the many that you passed? Is a single heart rejoicing over what you did or said? Does a man whose hopes were fading now, with courage, look ahead? Now, as we are talking, the first line, can you say tonight, in parting with the days that's slipping fast, that you helped a single brother of the many that you passed? Now, as the days are passing so fast, it's like slipping kind of feeling, the days are running, it feels like. So that's what he's talking about, that as the days are it's slipping so fast. So can you say tonight before sleep that yes, you helped a single brother of many, you know that the brother here is as we say that all are your brothers, we say all of the all Indians are my brothers and sisters. We say that, right? So that way he's referring here. It's not about your own brother, your blood relations, or something like that. No, it's about the whole, humanity. It's about. So, did you help any of your brother? Of there are so many people in the world, but at least one of them, did you help? Or is there anyone, any of your brother that you helped while passing their way? Or while the day was slipping so fast, did you take a pause and help them? Have you done that or not? That's what he's asking. Is a single heart rejoicing over what you did or said? There's a man whose hopes were fading now with courage look ahead. Or is there any single heart who is enjoying, who is feeling happy about what you did or said to them? Maybe some of your word did miracle for them, or maybe just a very single tiny thing what you have done for any of the person you have been passing through. So if you did a sort of help to them, so maybe because of that they are rejoicing with the happiness. So that's what he's asking. Is there any single person who is rejoicing at the end of the day just because of your deed or just because of your words? Or is there any person or is there a single man that whose hope were fading, like who was completely discouraged might be, or who was feeling very sad or bad some regarding anything? So have you spoke to them or did you do something towards that so that they are feeling encouraged now, they are feeling happy now, and now they feel they have courage in them? So have you done that kind of help or have you done something like that for someone? Now coming to the towards the last answer, did you waste the day or lose it? Was it well or sorely spent? Did you leave a trail of kindness or scar of discontent? As you close your eyes in slumber, do you think that God would say, you have earned one more tomorrow by the work you did today? No. The very first line of the last stanza. Did you waste the day or lose it? Was it well spent or sorely spent? Now, what he's asking here, that the day that you have spent, it's about today. So, did you waste it? The whole day? Did you waste it? That's what he's asking. Or you lost it? Is it something like that? Or was it well or sorely spent? So, was it spent like, like worth spending time? Or you just, in a, you just spent it with some, maybe with the wrong things. That's what he's asking, that was it the well or sorely spent. Now the another line, did you leave a trail of kindness or a scar of discontent? So what have you done today, the time which have passed? What have you done in that? Did you leave the trail of kindness? Means, if you did some, kind gesture towards someone, so obviously it will inspire them also. Like for example, just any stranger you met just today only, and you have shown something, like through which you expressed your kindness towards them, if you helped them, so obviously they will think about you, like you are a very kind person, and it will inspire them also to treat others with kindness, right? So means, if you are showing kindness towards others, then they will do the same with other person whom they will meet. Means you are leaving a trail behind. Understood? You are inspiring others to help the other person. Understood? Or did you leave the scar of discontent? Then, as you close your eyes and slumber, do you think that God would say, you have earned one more tomorrow by work you did today? So, now at the end, what he is saying here, that at the end, or at night, when we close our eyes, so now what God will say, would he say that you have earned the tomorrow which you are going to live? Is he going to say? Means, what the poet is trying to express here, if we have done some great deed, or some of the action of kindness, if we have done, if we saw some stranger in need of help and we lended the helping hand, so that was the kind gesture, right? So that's what he is asking all about, that have you done something today by which you can earn your tomorrow? Are you getting what the poet is trying to ask? That have you done anything today through which you can expect your tomorrow to be good? Like, do you expect from God to ask you, or do you think that God would say to you or ask you that, yes, here is your another day waiting for you? Here is the another coming day which will be filled with the brightness, filled with the happiness, with comfort. Can you say that, or can you think that God would say to you that yes, you have earned your tomorrow? How? By doing good deeds to the other people whom you met, or if you have seen someone in the need of help and you went and you did that. Maybe it was just about speaking some words, or maybe it was physically helping the person, or maybe some other sort of help. But if you did that kind of thing, that means you have earned your tomorrow. It's not free of cost you're getting it. You have earned it by your deeds. So, can you say that God will speak to you when you're about to sleep at night? Do you expect from God that yes, He will tell you that yes, here is another day that you are getting the tomorrow, and that is earned by your deeds? And that's what the poet is asking all of us, that have you earned your tomorrow? Now, so here this is what the poetry is all about. Now, the other activities that which is there in the poetry, we will do it in the another lecture. So I hope you must have understood the whole poetry. Now will in the another lecture we'll start with the question answers, that is your activities. So thank you.